Being limitless. We're all limitless. That's a fact. It's not up for debate. Okay? I could go into detail on this topic, and I will be going into detail on this topic on this page. Now, there's many variations of this topic to get into, but I'm going to start with the smartest thing possible, which would be to firstly talk about myself and how I fit into this. Okay, so I'm a person who's tried many things in his life. From an early age, I always wanted to do football. I was no good at it compared to the kids who wanted to go professional. I realized that, okay, these guys are levels above me. I've got some catching up to do. So I kept training every single day until I developed my skills. It got to a point where I got into my college team and I started smashing it with my college team. In fact, I actually put in a star performance against a professional youth academy team. And I started getting opportunities, football trials at lower league professional teams. They were still professional, so it was a high standard. Then I got the opportunity to play in a trial match at David Beckham Stadium, and I absolutely smashed it that day. I got an opportunity to fly out to America to play over there. I didn't take it because I wanted to stay in the UK. But the achievement still stands. I went from being a person with absolutely no ability in the sport whatsoever to having the opportunity to fly out to America and play. Then also with comedy, I saw comedians on stage and I thought, I want to give that a try. So I just gave it a try. I just practiced until I was good enough to go on stage. I went on stage and smashed it. It wasn't something I was born with. It was something I just practiced again and again. And there was a time when I was training in kickboxing, and when I first started sparring, I was getting destroyed by everyone in the studio. And one person who was a black belt told me that I didn't hit him on the chin once. So what I did was I trained relentlessly, and then within a month I was very competitive with the guy who said I didn't hit him on the chin once. Then another month went by and I was absolutely destroying him. He wasn't able to touch me whenever he threw his kicks, and I would just annihilate him. And he was a black belt. And again, that was from me putting in the repetition, me putting the work in. It wasn't natural skill. It was me putting the work in to hit that potential. There's another thing I accomplished. Like I've got an infinite list of things I could talk about, but I've just picked out these few. So pretty much every straight man who's honest with themselves will say yes, they would love to have experienced the idea of women desiring them. If a straight man's honest, he's going to say yes. I saw movies or programs with seeing male strippers on stage and women adoring them, and I said to myself, I'm gonna do that. So what I did was, obviously I was in amazing shape because I was just training all the time, and then I started learning the dance moves that the strippers do. I started doing private gigs for smaller groups, which worked out very well. I then went from the private gigs to doing performances in front of hundreds of women every single weekend, and I loved it. Again, that's not something that I was born with. That was something I put the repetition in every day to become very good at it. Now that's a little bit about my background, and what I'm telling you guys is right now that this year you're going to see me do so many amazing things that are gonna blow your mind, and the whole intention of this is to inspire you to do the same within your own lives. There are some goals that you could think of right now that you would love to do and accomplish. But the thing is, most people's minds are clouded by judgment and other things, other excuses for why you can't hit your goals. And I'm here to tell you, any goal that you can envision in your mind, you can hit it. And I'm going to be your source of inspiration. You are going to watch me do the maddest ever, and you're going to get inspired. All things are possible to those who believe. Do you know what this says? The world is yours. Everything we get is an accumulation of our thoughts. So why don't we channel our thoughts to getting everything that we truly desire and want? We're gonna get there. I will be back with you guys soon. Let's get it.